Let's go. I think I'm live. What's up, y'all? Okay, I'm back. Okay, welcome to my live late show, man. Usually I'm live later on in the day, but I decided to do a live today, rock out with you guys. What are we discussing? Just popped in, girls, and okay, so we're talking about real estate investing. Okay, here's a fundamental thing that anything real estate investing, corporations, stocks, the whole nine. We're going to be talking about how you could build a real estate company, how you can buy real estate, why it's important. Okay, I challenge anyone that's on this live right now to talk to me about how they feel about, you know, if you wanted to start, what's the quickest way to make $1 million? And I would tell anybody that if you guys wanted to make $1 million, the easiest and quickest way is to buy some real estate and then have that real estate create passive income for you. Okay. So as we're going through this process, I'm going to be talking about an event that we have this Saturday. It's called a free VA loan master class, where I'm going to be talking about how to invest in real estate, the quickest and easiest way to get into the game. And it's going to be a really great event. Right now we have over 1,000 people registered for the event. I'm super excited about that, y'all. I don't know about y'all, man, but listen, it's going to be a phenomenal class. And this is what I'm going to be covering. Number one, how to leverage the VA loan to partner with a veteran. Number two, how to buy multifamily with a vet. Number three, how to structure that deal if a veteran, if you know any veteran out there, you don't even have to be a vet. I'm gonna show you guys how to leverage the VA loan with a veteran. And guess what? You don't even have to be a vet. That means that you can utilize that veteran's VA loan with them to invest in a piece of real estate. And then also I'm going to be talking about some alternative ways to structure corporations and how to avoid paying interest. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of stuff they're going to be doing this weekend. I'm super excited about that. We partnered with Grant, Mr. and Mrs. Cardone last year, well, actually 2 years ago. And guys, I'm just excited to be able to get in front of more people to help more veterans invest in real estate, right? Thank you is not enough, right? So there's a lot of veterans that are running out here that don't have the revenue to invest, but they have their VA home loan benefit. And you guys can partner with a veteran and buy a multifamily and get in the game much cheaper than anyone else. So that's what we're going to be talking about. So if you're here on the night show, I'm excited about that. And I think it's going to be a good thing. Okay. What question or comments do you guys have that you would like to propose to me before we get started? What question or comments do you have before we get started? You can put your questions in the chat. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Let's get right into it. Okay, so number one, I want y'all to put this acronym in the chat. Where do I get a house out and who to rent it to? Okay, great question. So the first question that we have on the show is, where do you get a property? Okay, there's a couple of things that you want to do when you're buying a piece of property. Is that everybody put the word anchor in the chat. Anchor. Okay, anchor, like anchor. So anytime I'm investing in real estate, I always make sure that I have a good anchor. Essentially what an anchor means is that wherever you're investing in, where a lot of people make mistakes, is they don't understand what the demand is for the area. So if I'm buying a single family home or a multifamily, it's fundamentally different. Multifamilies are going to be based off of how much money the property can generate. Single family homes are going to be about the assessed value of the property with an appraiser. Okay, so let's just say that I wanted to buy a single family home. Okay, I want to know what the anchor is in that area. Anchor is essentially something that draws people to that area. So let's just say that that area had a Walmart. What are some anchors? Why would you want to live in an area? Let's do this. Put it in the chat. Tell me why you would want to move into a location. Why would you want to go to a location and buy a property? Like, what would make you move to an area? Put it in the chat, guys. I want some engagement. Tell me why you believe that it would be cool for you guys to move into a location. What would be some of the compensating factors of why you would want to buy property in a specific location? Why? Well, I mean, tell me some of the reasons why you would want to do that. Okay. Why would you want to buy that? Why would you want to buy in a specific area? Why would there be something that you would want to buy in a specific area, right? Like you wanted to buy a piece of real estate. Why would you want to buy in a specific area? Okay. Depends on what's around, what is close to traffic, okay? Now, I'll tell you some anchors and what anchors look like. Number one would be maybe a freeway. Okay. Number two could be a school. Number three could be maybe it's close to a Target. Number four, maybe it's a gated community. Why would people want to move into this place? Why do people want to buy real estate? So people are thinking, oh, I want to buy real estate because it's cheap. It's cheap. No. You want to buy real estate because you want to buy real estate or invest in real estate because you want to make sure, text when to, let me write this in the chat real quick as I go on, 760-573-2731. Okay. So you might want to go, you might want to get into real estate because, it's fundamental things that drive the price and value up for real estate, right? So when people are looking to invest, they always think, oh man, I can get these properties I can get this tax lien property for, $300, but then it's $100,000 to rehab. Or that would you want to put a 1 in the chat if you think it's smart to buy properties with a bunch of vacants. Properties in the area. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that's not a good deal. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe that it's smart to buy properties in an area that nobody's moving to or moving out, or put a 2 in the chat if you believe that it's important to buy properties in an area where people are moving into. Which one? So a lot of this stuff you guys already know, but you're just overthinking it, right? So a lot of people are thinking, okay, I want to buy real estate because I can get this tax lien for $50 and then I'm going to make $1 million. Well, guess what? If somebody is not buying it, means there's no demand for it. Therefore, the value of the property is not going to go up. Now, you can get good deals and stuff like that, but when you're investing in real estate, the overall deal is you want appreciation, and then you want 4 economical things. Okay, 4. My hands are ashy. Damn. See, this is the night show because I'm all ashy, right? So I want 4 economical things that drive value in a property: scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. Scarcity means it's that it's not a lot of it. Transferability means that that the value it could either be rent or sold and make a profit. Utility means it's going to be useful, and then is there a demand for it? The lower the supply, the higher the demand. The higher the demand, right? The higher the demand, the lower the supply. It's very simple. So I'm looking for property that people want to live in. So one rule of thumb that I like to do when I'm investing in real estate or I'm buying some real estate, I don't buy anything that nobody wants, right? I want to buy in an area that's growing. I want to buy in an area that doesn't have a bunch of liquor stores around it. I want to buy in an area that I can make some money off of in the future. So when you guys are thinking about this stuff and you're thinking about investing, it's imperative to know this stuff, man. right? Because there's a lot of people getting in the game and they don't know why they're buying real estate. Well, you want to buy real estate for the depreciation and the appreciation of the property. Depreciation means that the useful life of the property, you get a tax write-off. Appreciation means that the value of the property is going up over time because of the demand. Put a 2 in the chat if that's pretty simple to understand. So as we're walking through and navigating through these processes, this is kind of how, you know, you can make money doing and buying real estate. And for those of you that are on the live right now, I appreciate you guys for pulling up. This is a late show. We got started a little late. I wasn't going to do it today, but I felt like I needed to get on here and rock out with you guys for a couple of hours so we can talk about how to invest and some of the key economical things that create value. So right now, so far, we talked about scarcity, transferability, utility, and demand. Acronym STUD, right? Then we talked about, okay, when I'm getting real estate, how can I leverage? How can I get into the game? Well, guess what? It's not hard. Invest in your first piece of real estate by buying something, okay, and living in it. And then maybe possibly taking some of the equity position out of the property and investing in more assets. Right. So as we talk about these things, it's imperative for you guys to understand that it's really not that hard to invest. You just have to be committed to the process and know and understand how to underwrite properties. It's just math. Right. So people just overthink it, and then overthinking it takes time. Put a 2 in the chat if that's you. You're like, man, I want to get into real estate, but I just don't know how. Well, neither did I. You think Elon Musk knew how to get a rocket out into outer space and make it a returnable rocket? You learn by doing, not procrastinating, guys. You're not going to learn how to do it unless you get in the game. The best way to win the game is to get in the game. But a lot of people are sitting in the sidelines. Now, guess what? Y'all messed up because y'all waited to see what was going to go on. You don't think that Trump is in real estate. So what do you think is going to happen to the damn real estate market? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait and see what the market does. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see I'm going to wait for the market to crash. Well, waiting for that market to crash just cost you, a $400,000 property. You've been waiting for 3 years. That waiting for 3 years to buy that investment property cost you around $100,000 because of the demand of properties. So again, man, as we're discussing these things, man, and you're looking at, okay, should I invest? Should I wait? What should I do? Get in the game, man, and learn along the way. Okay? So for those of you that are on TikTok, I appreciate you guys pulling up. I see my ex-friends are pulling up. I see the Winning Podcast. We got a couple of people on here. Listen, man, the only way you're going to win is get in the game. You can't get in the game by not playing the game. Now, here's the deal. TikTok friends, I'm going to shut down this live and I'm going to reopen so I can regenerate the room. Just keep following me. I'm going to shut this down and I'm going to come back. I think finance is a major factor for some. So glad you're breaking it down. Okay, Girl in Christ Apparel, please stick here. I'm just going to shut it down. I'm just going to close out this room and I'm going to come back so I can generate the space so we can get more people in here. Okay, I'm coming right back. Welcome to the Win in Real Estate Show. My name is Anthony Glenn. I am your host. Okay, I appreciate you guys for pulling up today. This is the Winning Podcast. This is the night show. I don't usually do night shows, but I wanted to see if I would get, I wanted a more intimate space because usually when I go on live in the evening, in the daytime, I have a lot more people, so I can't get around to everyone. So I decided to do a room in the evening time to kind of see how many people would come into the evening space. I am a serial entrepreneur. I've been investing in real estate for a long time. I was in the Marine Corps from 1996 to 2016, and I decided to keep my head down and grind it out. Guys, it took me 17 years of blood, sweat, and tears to get a partnership with Grant Cardone. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours online, grinding it out, putting my head down, making mistakes, getting in the game, and then now I'm here. So I want to share with you, You're going to run out of money, guys. It's just that simple. I'm going to tell y'all, you're going to run out of money. Now, for those of you that are on TikTok, thank you for joining me. I'm talking about real estate. We're talking about some secrets that people don't know. I'm going to get into it. This is the Winning Podcast, where we help you win in real estate. I got an event this Saturday that's free. I'm going to be talking about how to partner with a veteran and utilize their VA loan to purchase. You do not have to be a vet. Then also, I'm going to be talking about how to set up a corporation so you can get a business line of credit this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, guys, you can learn from me. You know, the best way to help me is to help me grow. Okay, my dad is a vet. So let's talk about some of the mistakes I made in the real estate industry. If I would have done anything different, I would have invested in multifamily faster. That's one of the biggest mistakes. The second biggest mistake that I made with investing in real estate is that I didn't partner with people fast enough. Trying to use your own money to invest is very, very difficult. Island Girl, what's up? So if you're trying to get into the game, man, look, the quickest and fastest way to do it is to help someone do it easier. So instead of people coming to me asking me, hey, Anthony, can you teach me everything that you know? I don't have time for that. But what I do have time for is that possibly, hey, you know, how can I help you get your business in front of more people? Hey, I know somebody. Think about it. If you owned a real estate company and somebody came to you and they said, hey, Tony, I have a referral for you. I know somebody who wants to invest in real estate. And then you helped them buy that property. And then you had another person that came to you and then they said, hey, teach me everything that you know. Would you want to teach the person who bought you business, or will you want to teach the person who actually... What's up, Dr. Albert? Thank you for pulling up, brother. Shout out to Dr. Albert. Make sure you guys give him a follow. This is my friend from Clubhouse. He is a financial planner. And guys, listen, man, look, get around people who you want to emulate. The quickest and easiest way to learn how to get into this game is help the people who are doing it get more business, right? So as we're talking about these things, like everybody is always asking, Anthony, how did you build all of these companies? How did you get into single family homes? How did you get into multi-units? I'm going to tell y'all a secret, man. These tax professionals that are out there don't know. They really are not making any money. Right? Did y'all know the professors that are teaching about in college that are teaching about businesses don't own businesses? They're only teaching about the concepts of owning a business. So as we're talking about these things, thank you. As we're talking about these things and we're discussing these things, right? You got to learn how to think outside of the box, man. Because if you're just being interdependent on your Social Security income, you're going to run out of money. The average Social Security money and the average 401k lasting for 30 years is being able to pay yourself around $25,000 a year at the age of 70 years old. It's not enough money. So you got to figure out another way to make more revenue in order for you guys to have a better life. And the only way to do that is to figure out how corporations work, number one, how real estate works, have a life insurance policy, have a trust to transfer it from one person to another, right? And then have the corporation unlock the contribution and pension plans so you can lower your taxable income. Let me give you an example. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want an example. Let me reset. My name is Anthony Glenn. Welcome to the Winning Podcast Night Show. I currently have 118 people on the live right now. I'm currently live on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. So I appreciate you guys for pulling up. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've been investing in real estate when I was in the Marine Corps, and I've been doing this for a very long time. And then I'm going to answer any real estate or business questions for the next 45 minutes that you guys want to ask me, okay? Because I don't want to just be up here talking, because I usually get on here and then I have a structured thing, but I wanted to come on here at night and kind of figure out, like, what questions do you guys have about business? What questions do you have about real estate? I'm here to answer any questions that you have. If you guys want me to show you how to get an 800 credit score, if you want me to talk about how to build your business from scratch, if you want to talk about how to structure your corporation, whatever it is that you guys want to know, I'm here for it. So who has questions? Is the business purpose lending still profitable? Yes. Business purpose lending is profitable. But, okay, here's what I'm going to tell Mr. Louisiana, what's up, man? Good to see you. Here's what I'm going to tell all of you guys. Any business that you start, as long as you have a pitch deck, here's a couple of things. Number one, make your company, get your company, have the end in sight. Okay, I got some people that want to come up. Transcending Ninja, okay? You guys can come up and talk to me, okay, and ask me any questions that you want to ask, okay? And then I'm here to answer any questions that you have. So business purpose lending is profitable, but you can't do business purpose lending if nobody knows who you are. So if you're going to do business purpose lending, then you need to, you being the most important thing for doing any type of business is what problem do you solve? So think about it. If I solve a problem, the only way that I can make more money with solving that problem is that I have to have what? When you buy something, what do you get in return? What do they give you at the cash register? Come on, anybody can answer this question. Put it in the chat. If you have a business idea or something like that, yes, that is correct. Receipts. So what receipts do I have that tells me that you are the best known business professional in your local area? It's not all about being the best. It's about being the best known. So you can have the best product on the planet, but if your customer service sucks, it doesn't matter. So when you're investing in real estate, right? I don't do any dirty business. I like to get a lot of real estate professionals, a lot of real estate investors, they're focusing on the money. So think about this. If I sold you a property and I made all of this money, I made $21,000 for selling you a property, and I could have made $15,000, and you were a consumer of mine, put a 1 in the chat if you would come back if you knew that you could get a better deal. Put a 2 in the chat if you come back and you knew you would refer business to me if you got the best deal. Sometimes it's about I would rather make less money to earn the relationship with the consumer and they feel comfortable with what I'm doing versus me ripping the person off and I make a bunch of money. And I think that that's one of the mistakes that people make when they're investing is that, you know, I want to be the best. I want to do the best job for the person, so they refer business to me. That's planting a seed, a relationship seed. Think about this. How many seeds do you need to have a fruit tree? How many? Put it in the chat right now. How many seeds do you need to have a fruit tree? 1. You need 1 seed. That's it. How many fruit are on a mature tree? Hundreds. Right? So think about this, right? I need 1 seed to have multiple fruit. If I'm going to do real estate, I need to plant my seed in making sure 2 things are good. Number 1, my customer service is good. Number 2, I solve a problem efficiently. Number 3, I earn that person's trust. This is why people mess up when they're investing. They're looking for the quick buck. I don't want the fast money. I want the far money. So think about this, okay? Okay, let me ask a quick question, and this is kind of going to tie everything in for you guys. How much money how many customers do I need to make $1 million if I have a $10,000 product? This is going to be a tricky one. How many customers do I need? Okay. How many customers? Hey, Joanne. Shout out to Joanne is out here from Hawaii. Okay. I've been knowing her for a very long time. Thank you for pulling up. Joanne, good to see you. Sharon, Everybody says, okay, I have let's do a little bit of trivia, okay? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make $1 million. Okay, I have $1 million. I want to make $1 million. Okay, I have a product worth $10,000. Okay, I have a product that I can sell for $10,000. How many products do I need to sell in order to make $1 million? A $10,000 product. I want to make $1 million. How many products? If my product is $10,000, how many of those products do I need to sell to make $1 million? Okay, people say 100. That's wrong. I have a $10,000 product. I don't want to make $1 million. How many products do I need? How many transactions do I need to make $1 million? People say 100. That's wrong. That is not right. Okay. What if I told you, okay, now somebody do me this favor. I want you guys to take $1 million and then divide it by 10,000. That'll give you 100. That'll give you 100, right? That's what people who are transactional will say, right? Now watch this. This is gonna change your thought process, right? Now I want you guys to take 100 and divide by 5. What is 100 divided by 5? Somebody help me out. I'm not going to give you the answer. What's 100 divided by 5? 20. Okay. I only need 20 people referring 5 people. You don't need 100 customers, guys. You need 20 good customers telling 5 people about how good you are. That's the fundamental difference between good and great. I don't need to go out and think about it. Would you rather go out and go buy, let me repeat that, guys, because I think you missed it. You need 20 customers to make $1 million. You need 20 customers referring 5 customers to you. That's the difference. I don't need to go out and find 100 customers. I need to go out and find 20 good people. 20 good people to say, hey, man, you know what? This Tony Glenn guy, he's on fire. He is fantastic. He is the best thing since sliced bread. He's got blonde in his beard, and he is fantastic. 20. Now, do you think 20 is an easy feat, or do you think 100 is an easy feat? I don't want to go find 100 customers. I need 20 good, thoroughly immersed people to say, this guy is amazing. Those people will refer people to you, and that's the difference between being a harvester and being a seed planter. It's very easy to go to the tree and pluck the fruit, but it's hard to plant the relationship in the ground and then have that produce more people for you. It's a thought process change. You have to have a shift in action when you're thinking about this. I only need 20 people. 20 people. Now watch this. So check this out. So now I got those 20 people. Those 20 people are now an extension of me. They say, hey, man, this guy, they're now mini promoters. How do you get those 20 people? Well, how about incentivize them? Hey, man, you've been doing a great job. I sent you a $500 gift card to Lowe's to go buy some stuff. Show appreciation. That's the exact same thing with learning how to, you know how I learned, you know how I got my partnership with Grant Cardone? I asked to help. He doesn't need my little money. My partnership came with Grant because I wanted to help. And guess what? He wants to help. So guess what? He said, Tony, I want to help 21 million veterans. So let's start this thing. And my little company, compared to $1 billion, he knows if I help more people, then I'm going to make more revenue. You don't make any money because you're not helping anyone. You're only thinking about yourself. You want to learn how to invest in real estate? Help a real estate investor. Right? But a lot of people, y'all are you're sleeping on your dreams. Every last one of you guys could be a millionaire right now. Put a 2 in the chat right now if you got a dream right now. You have an idea in your head. If you just had that opportunity, guys, if someone gave you the opportunity to work within their business, you got this idea, you're sick, you're like, I want to do this business. I really want to do this business, but if somebody just gave you a shot, you got an idea, if somebody just gave you a freaking shot, like if you're that person sitting in the back of the room, right? And that person is on stage talking about how they made multi-million dollars, and you feel like, damn, if only I could get there. If only I could get to the 100,000 followers on Instagram. If only I can get to the 1 million followers on TikTok. If only I could get to those multifamily. Well, guess what, man? All of those people started with one. One follower turns into 2 followers. 2 followers turns into 10 followers. 10 followers turns into 20 followers. You already know what your value is. You just don't, you're just the only person who knows about it. Put a 2 in the chat if that resonates. I want to motivate y'all, man. Wake y'all ass up, man. I hope y'all are with me, man. Think about that. You know that what your value is. People just don't know who you are yet. Well, guess what? That was me. I was that guy getting in the game. I was that person feeling like, damn, if only somebody could see me, man. If only somebody could hear me. If somebody could hear my TikTok. If somebody could hear my Instagram. If somebody could see my LinkedIn. I don't care about the most people. I want the right people around me. Everybody right now put right people over most people in the chat right now. This is very important, man. I hope you guys are not missing this. And I know you guys want to learn, man. But listen, who gives a shit if people don't support you, man? One thing that you can count on 100% is that you are going to show up. And if you continue to show up in your business, and if you have your heart in the right place, the right people will get around you. But you cannot have the same amount of success if you're not willing to do. You can't expect to have you cannot expect to have $1 million with $10 risk. You can't expect to make $1 million with $10 commitment. So guys, listen, what I'm trying to tell y'all, man, is believe in your seed, man. I got a meeting tomorrow with that I have an opportunity to be in front of 80,000 people. Look, man, hey, if they don't believe in me, I don't give a damn. I believe in me. I believe in what I can do. And I got people around me who believe in me. So I don't care if it's 2 or 10 people that show up on the lives. The people who are showing up, they want to win. And the question that I have for you is, how do you show up when it's scared? When you're afraid? How do you show up when you don't know a way out? How do you show up when you don't want to do it? Either you want to win or lose, there's no in between, and that's going to require for you to take risks, guys. Listen, man, this is not rocket science. You want to invest in real estate? Start with a plan. I will have real estate by this day. I will have my next property by this day. Set a timeline. Right? Nobody gives a shit about where you're at. I care about who you want to become, guys. And I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to talk my shit. I'm going to continue to tell you that you're lazy. I'm going to continue to tell you to get off your ass. I'm going to continue to tell you to keep investing. Okay? Because you can do it, but you have to want to do it, man. You're not going to get there by thinking about it. You got to put one foot in front of the other. And tell yourself, every day you get up, you look in the mirror and say, I am a millionaire. And then eventually your actions and attitude and everything else will align. Right? But nobody gives a shit about how much money you make unless you're helping other people get it. So that's why I come on here and I drop all of this game, because I was that person that this information about all of the trust information, all of the other stuff, man, nobody was telling me how to do it. Like, why are these people not helping us get there? Because America wants to keep you as an employee. That's why. That's why you go to school for 13 years that simulates the workforce. So when you get out of the workforce, you go back into making these big organizations. So think about this right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job. Let me prove it to you. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job. You got a job paying you $30,000 or more. Put a 1 in the chat if you have a job paying you $30,000 or more. If you got a job, that means that company knows that you're valuable. You're working in an organization. That organization is probably worth millions. All you care about is your little check. But you're doing something for that company that helps them move the needle forward. So that's proof that all of y'all that are on the live right now have a talent. It's not that hard, man. So think about it. Go to school, 8 o'clock. You get a lunch break. You go to school, you get rewarded for getting good grades. You get promoted to the next grade level, and you have holidays off. What does that sound like? A job. Come on, man. But y'all are so stuck in this rat race that you don't know that you can create your own revenue sources by doing something simple, buying a piece of real estate and setting up a corporation. You set up a corporation, now you're an employer. That unlocks the ability for you to pay less taxes just because you have a corporate structure. You can't even invest in it. Let's think about this. Let's just think about this. So let's rock out. Okay? So just by having a corporation, you get to save. Let me read this real quick, okay? Let me read this real quick, okay? SEPIRA. Let me read this. SEP IRA max contribution. Okay? A good option for a small business owner is a SEP IRA, which allows individual business owners to contribute up to $70,000 in 2025. $70,000. 25% of your income. Let me keep reading. This is IRS.gov, by the way, that I'm reading if you want to listen to it. Everybody put SEP, SEP, IRA in here. This is proof to you guys that people who own businesses can invest more money in their retirement. Contribution as an employer can make contributions to an employer. Who? An employer, a person that can make to an employee SEP IRA cannot exceed the lesser of 25% of the employee's compensation, or $69,000 for 2024. So that basically means that if I make $100,000 that on payroll, I can put up to 25% of my revenue into there. What is 25% of $100,000? $25,000. So that means that I will get taxed on $75,000 versus the $100,000. And that other $25,000 that I put in to the simplified employee pension, IRA, is tax deferred. And that money is invested. So that money grows tax deferred. And then when you get at retirement age, you've been putting 25, people don't even know about this. You can't even do this unless you own a business. So the people that you're working for know about this, but they don't tell you this because they don't want you to know about it. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys are rocking out with me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Anthony Glenn. I'm a real estate investor, serial entrepreneur. Okay, I've been making $1 million since 2007. Okay, so I've been doing this for a very long time. And a lot of people don't even know this stuff. If you go to irs.gov and you look up SEP IRA, you will see a SEP contribution is up to $66,000. Did you guys know that you can pay your kids on payroll up to $14,600 tax free? So now let's just say I had a small business. Let's just say a barbershop. This ain't even real estate talk. Any business. I set up a corporation. I incorporate. I cut hair. I utilize my son. I cut his hair. I put him on Instagram as a marketer. Okay. Now I'm able to pay my child underage for marketing. And I can pay my child, let's just say I got one kid. So that means that I pay my kid $14,000. I put $25,000 into that. So what is that? 14 plus 25 is what? 25,000. I made $100,000, right? I put $25,000 into my contribution and pension plan. And then I pay my kids $14,000. Hey, Nina. Hey, Ninja. Credit Ninja. Good to see you. I put $15,000 right into, I got $30,000. So that means that I get taxed on what? How much money? What is 25,000 plus 14,000? Do the math. Almost 40 grand. So I get taxed on $60,000. I got $14,000 going to my kid. Hey, Brooke, good to see you. And then I have $25,000 going to my retirement and pension. So you can't do that as a W-2 employee, guys. So as I'm talking about this stuff, put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a good game. Thank you, Credit Ninja. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys follow Credit Ninja. I'm live on TikTok and Instagram and LinkedIn and X right now. Shout out to the 35 people here that are on Twitter Spaces. I appreciate you guys pulling up. I don't care if it's 1 or 100 people. I'm going to give you guys the same energy, okay? So for those of you that are on here, you guys want to get on my free masterclass this weekend, text the word WIN to 760. I have to say it this way because I'm live on TikTok. 573-2731. Text WIN to 760. 573-2731. Okay, and you guys could be on my at my class where you'll be on a slide deck and you'll be able to see this. It's free, guys. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, for doing that. So as I'm speaking and talking about this stuff, guys, listen. Look, man. The information is right in front of your face. Again, going back to what I was talking about, I just talked to you guys about a simplified employee pension plan. I talked about hiring your kids tax-free. Okay. I talked about corporate structure. Now, when you guys set up a corporation, I talked about the difference between an LLC and an S Corp, why you want to do that, right? There's fundamental reasons why you want to do that. So if you're here and you're rocking out with me, man, bang those thumbs. Thank you for the 1,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Give me up to 10 shares. Guys, welcome to the Winning Podcast. My name is Anthony Glenn. I'm your host. I will be going for another 30 minutes about talking about how to win, leveraging corporations and real estate. And I'll talk about, throw some little nuggets in there, and I'll give you the IRS codes that you guys could find. I appreciate the thumbs. Thank you guys for hitting those thumbs. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the 25 people that are here. Listen to me. Stop procrastinating. Stop going to sleep when you know you have an idea and you know that you want to win. Stop going to, why the hell are you going to sleep when you got work to do, guys? At the end of the day, if you're going to sleep and you know you have an idea that you want to do, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You're comfortable. You're comfortable getting up. Look at this. Look. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys want me to scare you. If you want to see some shit that's scary, right now, I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to show you how it's scary. Scary as hell right now. I'm going to show you that you're going to run out of money. I'm going to prove to you guys that you're going to run out. Who wants to be a volunteer? Somebody come on stage right now. We got 50 people on TikTok right now. Right now, I want anybody to come up on stage who's willing to I'm going to show you something. I'm going to walk through some math. And anybody that comes up, I'm going to give you guys I'm going to give you a gift, okay? I'm going to give you some game. I'm going to give you anything you want to know. Anybody, I get to 50 shares, guys, and I told you, once I get to 50 shares, okay, I'm going to scare you. I'm going to scare the hell out of you. And this is going to prove to you guys that, you know, if you, hey, what's going on, Jordan? How you doing?
Good, good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Where you checking in from?
Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita, Kansas. All right, that sounds like I don't know, man. Don't break my heart. No, I'm joking. I'm messing with you, brother. Okay, all right. So Wichita, Kansas. I'm gonna give you some game, and just because you came on my live today, I'm gonna answer any question that you want to know. Anything that you want to know, you can ask me. I'm gonna give you some game. You want me to help you underwrite a property? You want me to show you how to avoid paying interest? You want me to show you an 800 credit score, how to get it? Anything that you want to know, I can give you some game. Okay, because you were the first person that came up on the show. Okay, so everybody right now get a calculator, and I'm gonna rock out and show you some stuff. Okay. All right. So DJ, how you doing, DJ? Go DJ.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Where you checking in from?
Virginia,
What part?
Hampton Roads.
Hampton Roads. Okay, I have property in Richmond and right outside of Quantico, Norfolk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in Newport News.
Okay, Newport News in the building. Okay, right now I want all of you guys to get a calculator for me. Get a calculator and then open up your calculator and we're gonna do some math. Okay, I'm gonna walk through this and I'm gonna prove to you guys that you're gonna run out of money if you're thinking about just your 401k and your Social Security income. Okay, is that fair?
Okay.
Okay, right now what I want you guys to do is K through 12 is how many years? Kindergarten through 12th grade is how many years? 13,
Yep.
right?
Uh-huh.
How long is undergrad?
4,
So what is 13 plus 4?
17,
17, okay? Now what is grad school? Usually 2 to 3 years, right? Let's go 3 years. How many years is that?
20.
20 years. So that means that at 26 years old to 26 to 27, you went to undergrad and grad school. Now you're getting into your career. So what is the retirement age right now to draw Social Security income? It's 59 and a half. So let's go 60, right? So what's 60 minus 27?
33.
So you work for 33 years to start drawing income. Now, the average 401k that people have saved up is around $250,000. So that means, I'm going to Google this, right? I'm going to show it to you right now so you guys can see my screen. And for those of you that are on the live, shout out to the 9 people that are rocking out with me. But I want you guys to do this math with me so you can see what I'm talking about. Here's my laptop. What? Look, I'm going to Google it. Okay. What is the average 401k saved for Americans at the age of 60? Okay. Right there. Boom. What does it say? The average 401k for a 60-year-old person is how much? Say it because I
44,000.
right? It says between $70 and $210,000. But right here, the average 401k balance on the 60 is $244,000, right? You see it, right?
Is that
Yep.
what you'll have for the rest of your life once you hit 60?
No, yeah. Wait. We're going to go through this, guys, because I want you guys to do this. And this is proof that you're going to run out of money. Y'all better be paying attention, man, because if you are interdependent on this and you're not have a plan of something that's going to print money, it says the average 60-year-old has 401k balance of 70 to 210. Let's go on the high end, and it says $244,000 at 60 years old. That means that you retire, you saved up in that 401k, $244,000. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's go $250,000. Okay. You retire, you got $250,000. Now let's take that $250,000 and out that $250,000. You're 60. You want to live to 90 years old. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like you'll live to 90 years old. You want to live to 90 at least, right?
That's
That's reaching though. So let's do $250,000 divided by 90. I mean, no, $250,000 divided by 30 years. What is that?
$8,333.33.
Okay, so that means that with my Social Security income, so everybody put that in the chat, 8333. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat. Do it with me, because if you're not doing this, you're gonna miss it. So that means the average American at 60 years old has approximately $250,000 in their 401k. Now let's take it one step further. Let's look at the average income for Social Security. All right, let's Google the same thing.
A 401k is your job retirement, right?
Yep. What is the average 401k saved? 401k, not 401k, Social Security. What is the average Social Security pay for Americans
It's definitely less than that.
at 60 years old? What is the average Social Security pay for Americans at 60 years old? The average Social Security payment for a retired worker in the United States is around $1,800 per month.
I just said it's less than the 401. Well, yeah.
Now watch this. The average pay for those 65 or older is around $474 a month. So between $600 and $800. So you got your 401k. You've been working all your life. For 30 years, you saved $250,000, which seems like a lot of money. And then now you get. Let's go. Let's make it. Let's go 11. Let me. This is AI. Let's just go with. Let's go all the way. Right. Let's look at this from a perspective. Let's go. Now that's on the high end. Let's go $1,100. Let's go $1,500. Okay. $1,500. Okay. Plus the what was the number? $1,500 a month times 12 is what, brother? Jordan?
18,000.
18,000 plus $8,333.
26,333.
Is that enough? Is $26,000 enough money for you to live off of for the rest of your life?
Not at all.
Wait, where we go? How we get from the 8,000 from the 401k to the?
You get $8,000 a year for the 401k, and then you get around what was that number that you said a year?
18, was it 15 or 18 for the SSA or I?
SSI. So you get around $15,000 of SSI, and you get $8,000 for your 401k that you saved. That's around $25,000 a year.
Are you adding the 8,000?
Yes.
15 together?
Yes. Yes.
That should be 9,000 a month, right?
No. What the hell? What math you doing?
It said 244,000 though.
Okay. What is 244,000 divided by 30, sister?
I'm sorry, I had missed that.
Use your calculator.
Yeah, let me get on because I was doing.
That means that $250,000 it has to last you for 30 years. $8,333 per year. So take that 8,333 and divide by 12 months.
Right.
What is it? What's 8,333 divided by 12?
94.
How much is it?
694.
So 694 plus your 1,500. Is that enough money for you to live off of? Is the question that I have.
What is the 1,500 is the SSI?
Mm-hmm. The 1,500 is the SSI.
And then you add in 1,500 and 694.
Yep. And multiply that times 12. What do you get annually? Around $25,000 a year.
You can't even rent an apartment on 3,000 a month. You got to make 3 times the rent.
There you go.
So you're going to be living on low income Section 8 tax credit for the rest of your life.
And then also there's a ceiling to how much money you can make if you go back to work. That's why you see all of these old people. Put a 2 in the chat if you see old people going back to work, guys.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to you guys about this stuff, man, is that, listen, man, the system is not, the system is designed to keep you broke, man.
It's people don't know about investing. I see it all the time. People are living off Social Security and have no 401k. They're just living off of $2,000, $1,800 a month.
And
But
people
it's like it's not even, you can't even feel bad for them. It's
and
because
people are running out of money. The old people are thinking it's going to be enough, but they're not accounting for inflation.
But see, and my mama the same way. She's now like working 2 jobs a day, 6 days a week, and I'm like, you can't keep doing that for the rest of your life. You should have invested like when you was my age. You should have been seeking information. You should have been, doing what you had to do. So then, like when you get old, you wouldn't have to worry about this.
Now, let me give y'all some more game real quick, okay? So what? Now watch this. Why are you not investing in something that prints money for you? Now watch this. How many houses is America short 2024? Boom. As of 2024, the United States is estimated between 4.5 and down at the bottom it says approximately 7 million houses short. So even if I bought a property, right, at what, and then look, watch this. What is the average increase of homes in America in the last 12 months?
It's not good out
Look
here.
this. The average value of homes in the United States has increased 2.6% over the past year. 3% increase over the past year. So let's look at this math, right? Because you can't deny when people are telling you guys about investing. Now, let's just say that you bought an investment property, right? And I'm Googling all of this stuff, guys. Let me do a quick room reset real quick. Hold on, DJ. One second. Welcome to the Winning Podcast. I appreciate everybody from pulling up. Right now, I currently have 80 people on X right now. Shout out to the 15 people that are on Instagram Live. And then we got some people. We got about approximately 100 people on here. And then when I start showing these numbers, man, people, look, man, this is proof. Y'all need to get to work. You need to get to work. At the end of the day, man, I'm telling you guys, like this stuff right here that I'm showing you guys, and I'm glad I was able to come on here and talk about this stuff because, look, man, you're going to have something that prints money. Now, if I bought a $400,000 property, Jordan, are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
I want you to take a $450,000 property. I was trying to pull my calculator up. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, here it is right here. I want you to take a $400,000 property, $450,000 property, which is the medium home price in America, and I want you to multiply that times 3 and then hit the percent sign. That means that homes have went up $13,500 each year. Now take that to and multiply that times the last 3 years. There's your $40,000 right there. Your property value increased in equity position more than the Social Security number, the Social Security income that you would get. Just by investing in a piece of real estate and living in that property for 3 years, you would have made $40,000 of equity in your property. So the numbers don't lie, guys. Let me see. Lack of knowledge, we can't fault everyone. That's true, Lady Diva. That's true. If your house is paid for, yes, it is. I know plenty of people that have, though. My aunt and uncles did it and left us the real estate. That's smart. Guess what? Got approved today with Connie. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Charmaine, I told you, sister. Congratulations, Char. I'm excited. Char has been working. I am proud of you, sister. Hold on. So my sister just got, one of my friends, Char, just got approved. Look, Char just got approved. Y'all see that on TikTok? I mean, on Instagram Live. Char, I'm proud of you. Congratulations for getting approved, girl. Get your property. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see, man. Like, look, man, get out of the freaking rat race. Okay? Now, I have anybody, Jordan, what question do you have? I owe you some game. And DJ, thank you for coming on the live. I appreciate you. Connie works in our mortgage company. She's a mortgage professional. Okay, she's a partner with me in a mortgage company. Okay, what question do you got, Jordan? And then DJ, I have a you can ask any question that you want to ask. Jordan, what you got?
So I feel like I got a lot of different things going on, and I'm just trying to figure out how I should strategically utilize all of it. I got a rental house in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Okay.
Got the property that I live in here, but then I also have a LLC that my CPA just turned into a S corp. I'm not exactly sure why he did that,
Okay.
but I'm sure you could probably tell me why he did that. And then I have another LLC too that I need to utilize just due to the fact that this next year our income has went up to like 169, so now we'll bump up to another tax bracket. So I'm trying to figure out how I could utilize the LLCs properly.
I got you, homie.
and
I got
move
you.
my money right, so I'm not.
You got a
paying out
pen?
so much. Yes, sir.
Put a 2 in the chat if you guys want me to give you, if you want me to show you the scenario, guys, and how I would do it. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys want me to show you how I would build out his stuff. I'm going to show him how to get his corporation set up. I'm going to draw everything out, and because you came up and you helped me get on here, and then you came up on the live and asked the question, I'm going to rock out with you because I appreciate people who support me. Let me do a reset. Anthony Glenn, buy and hold investor, serial entrepreneur, multimillionaire. I've been investing for a long time. You can look my name up. I've been doing this for a very long time. I know all of this stuff. So if there's something that you have and you guys want to come up, ask the question since Jordan is up here. For the 14 people, give me the 20 shares right now. I need 9 more shares, and then I'm going to break down Jordan's thing, okay? So Jordan, as I'm going through this, okay, Jordan, I want you to write down this, 3 C's. 3 C's.
Okay.
The credit is your first C. Collateral is the second C, and capital is the third C. Read it back. Say it back to me.
Credit, collateral, capital.
Credit, collateral, capital.
Bingo.
Now, what's the difference between that?
Hold on. Let me cook with him first, okay? Because I want to get through it, and then I'll come back to you, okay? So you said you have what property? Your single family home that you own, right?
Yes, sir. 2 of them. One's a rental, and then one is the one that I occupy.
Okay.
I got equity in both, like 100,000 in the rental, and then only like 66 in my personal property.
And how many properties do you have?
Just 2.
2. Okay. All right. So now, tell me how the money goes into. I'm a tenant. How does the money come in? How does the money come in to your How does your money come in?
You pay me. I pay 10% to my property manager, and then I pay my mortgage.
And then where does the money go?
And then the rest just stay. I just keep it in the account. I don't touch it.
Okay. What account?
My mortgage account.
No. What does the money come into? When your money comes in, does it come to you directly?
It actually goes to the proper. I apologize. It goes to the property management company. They take their fee, and then they pay my mortgage.
And
Or
then
they
where does the
put it
rest
into
go?
one account. And then the leftover just stays in that same account.
What account?
The checking account that's associated with my mortgage account.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's play a scenario. All right, because I like to teach by example, okay? I move into your property. I'm out there and I'm doing a stanky leg. I slip, break my ankle. What now, that property that you have the tenants in, who owns it?
Me.
So
Well, the bank. I mean, me and my wife, but I mean, we
so it's
still
in
are-
you and your wife's name.
Yes, sir.
Where's your wife at? Is she listening to me?
No, she's not.
Okay. So now I'm doing a stanky leg. I twist my ankle. Oh, boom. My ankle gets twisted off. I say, you know what, man? Jordan, I'm suing. The money's going into, watch this.
I would hope. Oh, okay.
The money's going into your personal account. So that money that's going to your personal account, I got the account number. I got the last 4. I know you own the account. I'm coming after you, and I know you own the property because it's in your name.
That's terrible.
Now, watch this. Now, look, I told you I was going to give you some game. I'm going to draw out how I would do it. So step 1, both of these properties, get both. Now, let's just say you're driving down the street. You're married, right?
Yes.
What's your wife's first name?
Erica.
Erica, you're driving. You get into a car accident. You pass away. Who gets those properties that you have?
My wife.
How?
Well, we just have it set up on that. I mean, we both own it, but in case of death, she would take it over.
How can she take it over? Because your name is on it.
Her name's on the deed too.
Okay, but your name's on there. Can you make decisions if you're dead?
No.
Okay, brother. All right, so follow me. Okay, y'all put a 2 in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Let me read this real quick. Okay. Upon death of the settler, the trustee first shall distribute all real estate assets, seller to the holding company, personal automobiles, recreation vehicles, boats, china, silver, books, pictures, paintings, sculptures, and all other art and furniture, clothing, jewelry, personal effects, shall go to the holding company.
Oh wow.
So your properties and all your assets are in your name. So if something happens to you, your wife is going to have to go through a legal process to get ownership of that property, because you can't make a decision because you passed away. So right now, step 1 is to get both of these properties in the trust.
Okay.
That's step 1. Step 2, create a limited liability. You already have the limited liability company. Entitle the limited liability company into the trust name. So basically, when you sit down with an attorney, the attorney's going to say, I want that limited liability company to be called Jordan's Trust. Okay, so that means that the trust is going to operate the rental properties. Now watch this. So now here's going to be the flow. Tenant moves into the property, and I'm drawing it out so you can get a visual. Tenant moves into the property. Tenant's going to pay rent to the limited liability company versus your personal account. The limited liability company is then going to pay the property manager, and then pay you, and then pay your wife and kids. The limited liability company is going to operate the business. You see? Can you see that?
Yes,
Tenant
sir.
pays the property, moves into the property. The tenant pays the limited liability company. The limited liability company is going to pay you and the property manager as members of the limited liability company. Now, this is going to be, since the money is going into the business, this is a flow-through entity. That means the money flows into the LLC. The LLC then pays the revenue out. So then when the money goes into you guys, that works as a corporate veil. And then now that the property is owned by ABC Trust, if that tenant sues you or something like that, they know that you have multiple beneficiaries, which are the people who benefit from having the trust. Okay. So now let me take it one step further. Credit. The company's going to want to give you a business line of credit because you have reoccurring. What does that mean, Jordan? Reoccurring. What does it sound like it means?
Stuff that happens over and over.
Over and over again. If you got money coming in every single month, reoccurring, what do you think the bank is going to do? They want to give you a business line of
Credit.
The collateral that you have is going to be the property and the limited liability company.
Okay.
The capital is going to be the revenue coming into the company because you have it coming in every month. That's the reason why you want to have your money flowing through a corporation, because when the bank makes money off of lending you money. So if you have revenue coming into a LLC repetitively, they say this is an established company. So then based off of that, they're going to say, hey, now you have an LLC building collateral and capital. And then you can use not just your social security, you can use the EIN number to borrow money for, because now you have an established company. That company now replaces you. That company's now drawing income like you would. And they're going to, just like you use your social security number and you provide when they give you loans, what do they usually ask for? They usually ask for your tax returns and then your bank statements, right?
Yep.
So if you're LLC, what do you think they're going to ask for? Tax return for the company and bank statements. You're painting a picture. You're basically having evidence that you make money every single month. That's the reason why you flow the money through the corporation.
Yeah. I went to an attorney one time. They were going to charge me, I think, like $3,000 to set it up like that, but I didn't.
You don't need that. Liz, all you need to do is be on here and talk to Tony Glenn, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna charge you $3,000 for it, man. I'm just gonna charge you some followers for it, dog.
But I would definitely like to, I definitely want to get in touch with you. I can text you at this number, 760-573-2731.
Text WIN. Text the word WIN. WIN to that number, and then you can get on my calendar to get a free consultation call.
Because I need to get everything set
And
up.
then also, this is what I'm going to do, guys. Listen, I will shoot you I'm going to send you here. I want you to go to TonyGlennII.com, TonyGlennII.com. Go to the YouTube channel, the YouTube channel that I'm live on right now. And there is this is what I'm going to tell you to do. I'm going to give you some homework. Do not set up this appointment before you go through the hour and a half of S Corp versus C Corp versus LLC. You're going to get a lot of your answers there. So that way you go through there, that's free. And then from there, after you go through that process, then you can have that, because you only have 10 minutes free. So after you go through, I'm telling you the answers. Watch the free YouTube channel to learn how to set up your LLC. That's going to answer a lot of questions for you. And then it goes through the 9 steps of getting a business line of credit. I just did it live the other day. So go through there and take your notes, because I tell you what you're going to need, what they're going to ask you for, how to make your company look like it has, what Nexus codes that you're going to need to set up your LLC, and then how to get funded for your limited liability company. I advise you to do that first because when you get on there and write down the questions, the second thing that I would tell you to do is write down the questions that you want to ask before getting on the call. Okay?
And that's TonyGlennII.com.
TonyGlennii, 2 N's, 2 I's.com. And then you'll see, how to get a business line of credit. Because there's certain things that a lot of people miss and they don't get the funding. Like, think about it. Let me ask you a question. Would you want to lend me money if I can't find your business?
No.
So what do you think you need to have? A Google profile, right?
Yes, sir.
And then what else do you think you need? If I called your company to get my money back, don't you think you want somebody to answer the phone?
Yeah.
And if I was looking for you and consider you to have a good business, shouldn't I have some Google reviews?
Yes, sir.
Shouldn't I have a website with a mission and vision?
Yep.
Okay. So if your LLC doesn't have that right now, you got work to do, brother.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Right? So if you go to me and you ask for a business line of credit, I don't see no reoccurring money coming in there. I can't look the business up. I call the number that's on there and it goes doo-doo-doo. I'm like, hell no, I ain't lending that person no money because I can't find them. Right? So there's certain things that you have to paint the picture with before you start getting this. And then why are you using your social security number? There's a ceiling on that. So you have 2 properties, you need 2 LLCs. Did I give you some game, Jordan?
His own LLC. Yeah, you gave me a lot of game. I appreciate that.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Let me do a quick room reset. Anthony Glenn, buy and hold investor, serial entrepreneur. I have 7 real estate companies. If you put my name in Google, you can see them. I can rattle them off. Veteran Homeowners Club, the Liberty Group, which is my brokerage, Military Mortgage Group, powered by APM, which is my mortgage company, the Glenn Group, which is a acquisitions company where I buy all of my properties, the TC Me, which is my transaction coordinator company, Cardone Veterans Group, which is my partnership with Grant Cardone, billionaire. Okay, and there's one more, Winning Real Estate, which is mentoring and coaching for real estate agents and real estate investors. And that's a YouTube channel and a Facebook group. Okay. So guys, I'm telling you, all of these things started with me messing it up a bunch of times before I got to where I was at. And if you guys want to interconnect, text the word WIN, WIN, to 760-573-2731, and you can get on a 10-minute free consultation call. And then also, if you guys want the YouTube where how to set up a trust, we can send you that individual link, and you can find that at TonyGlennII.com. Okay, my sister DJ, thank you for being so patient. How can I help you? How can I help you win? What question do you have, sister?
Oh, I was just listening to y'all. I don't have a question. Oh, well, actually, I do have. What's the difference between collateral and capital?
Okay, collateral is something that's something that in the event that you don't pay, then okay. Do you know the reason why You know when you buy a new car and then you get a loan for the new car, your name and the bank's name is on there. The reason why the bank's name will be on there is because they're utilizing the bank is they don't want a free and clear title. That means you can't sell it without paying the bank off. That's collateral. So essentially, collateral is basically like something of value that in the event that you don't do something, then I'm going to get my money back or a portion of it back, right? That's why they check your credit when they lend you money. So in the event that you don't pay, your credit gets bad, right? So collateral is basically like something of value that in exchange for getting something that I'm gonna hold on to. That's why your house will act as collateral to the bank to lend you money. In the event that you don't pay, they come take your house back, right? You don't pay your car note, they know where you live, they repossess your car, right? That's what collateral is. And capital is basically like money. Did I answer your question, DJ? All right, fantastic. Anybody else have any questions on TikTok? Anybody, you have the ability to come up. Welcome to the Winning Real Estate Night Show. I am your host. I kind of like doing these rooms because usually I be having too many people on the live, man. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Shout out to the people who are on Twitter that are listening to me. Who has questions? You can put your questions in the chat. Thank you for your service. Real estate is the way for veterans to reach financial freedom. That's right, Burner Joint. Who else has questions? All right, man. I think that I'm going to shut it down. Okay, I'm going to close out with this, guys. Listen to me, man. Look, man. Success doesn't care that you have a bad relationship. Success doesn't care that you are tired. Success doesn't care that you just got in an argument with your spouse. What success cares about is work. Get to freaking work. Listen, you might not get the win, but listen, what I want to ask you guys, I want y'all to put in the chat, what's on the front of a puzzle box? What do you see on the front of a puzzle box? Anybody can unmute and tell me, what's on the front of a puzzle box? The picture, right? What's in the puzzle box? The pieces. Dump the freaking puzzle. Listen, get an idea of where you want to go. Start putting the pieces together and you're going to get there. Lady Diva, what do you have? I'm on TikTok right now. If you want to ask your question, or you can type your question in the chat. You can come on TikTok live. I'm on TikTok. Just go to Tony Glenn II, same thing. And then you can get on TikTok and ask me the question, Lady Diva, and I can answer it for you. Do you have TikTok, Lady Diva? Or you can either type it in the chat or you can get on TikTok and come on. Sean, I'll invite you up. Okay, I'll invite you up. There you go. I just sent you an invite. If you're on my live right now, guys, and you're listening to me, I just want to say I appreciate you guys showing up, man. Half the battle is showing up. Right? Sean, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Yes, sir. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. How can I help you, brother?
All right. So we all have debt. Whether we're leveraging that debt, to further our success or to get something we admire. All right. So if you have a project coming up, right, and you have some debt that you need to pay off, okay, what would be your exit strategy, or what are the pros and cons of the buy and hold, right, refi cash out, essentially the BRRRR, right, versus fix and flip to get a lump sum?
Okay, let me explain what that means, though, what he's talking about. Buy and hold investor means that you buy the property and you hold it to draw revenue reoccurring for the long run, right? Fix and flip means that you buy the property, you keep it for a certain amount of time. You either use hard money loans, you use your own revenue, and you fix the property up, and then you sell it, and then you take the big lump sum of cash, and then you make the money, and then you reinvest. Okay. The pros to fix and flip is that you get the big lump sum of money, so you have the cash. The cons to fix and flip is that you have to have working capital in order to do that, right? Or credit. And then typically when you're doing a hard money or you're doing a hard money loan or a private money loan, and I'll tell you the difference. Hard money loans essentially are from usually a lending institution. They will lend you the money, and then usually it's either it's a higher interest rate or it's a adjustable rate mortgage. So that means the longer you have it, the more money that you're going to pay. A private money means that I have a company, you borrow money from a company. I have an LLC, I lend you money, and then we come up with favorable terms. We sign the deal, you borrow the money, and then you pay me back. And then I'd utilize the compound interest to borrow the money, which is the cost of borrowing the money. That's the difference between hard money and private money. So I'm never going to tell you one is better than the other, but I will tell you that fix and flip in today it's very hard to make a lot of money because number one, it's very, very hard to find good tradesmen, which is plumbing, heating, air, electrical, foundation, roof, framing, and carpentry people. And typically the longer you have a project on a fix and flip, that amortization schedule is ticking, right? The longer you have the money, the more money you're going to pay, and it's going to eat up your equity position. And then when you close the property, you still have to sell it. And then when you get the big lump sum of money, you have no tax write-off. That's the first thing. Now, buying, hold, investing is that you buy the property, you get a favorable interest rate, you get passive income, reoccurring as long as you keep it, and you get the depreciation and appreciation of the property. Depreciation means that the useful life of a property is 27 and a half years. Sean, can I work through a scenario with you if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'll give you one. Let's say you have a rehab project. You're all in at 70. You have a comp analysis from a realtor for 135.
Stop right there. Right now, if you're utilizing a real estate professional and you sell it with a real estate professional, you can kiss around 8% of that money goodbye. But keep going.
So keep in mind, we started this with debt, right? So
I'm with you.
Right. So we're trying to figure out what is the best approach, right, to moving forward, knowing that let's say you have about 150K in debt that you want to go ahead and pay down, whether slowly, lump sum, however it is, whatever the best approach is.
Okay.
Right.
How are you capturing the capital?
Okay, I didn't follow that.
Okay, so how much did you pay for the property? I could tell you if the deal makes sense or not.
Well, you're all in at 70. That's acquisition and rehab.
Okay, so you said 135.
Yes.
Okay, 135,000 minus 8%. Okay, so you had 124,000 minus 70,000. $54,000. Now you gotta now this is net. This is your opportunity margin right here. But let's just say that property, they want repairs or something when you get that property. So even if you take this $54,000 and you reinvest it, right? This is if you are even able to do that, right? Let's just say this is straight revenue, and then let's go times, let's say 13%. So you got another $7,000 for taxes, right? And then however many investors that you have, right? When you look at that margin, you're talking about maybe $30,000 of profit. Now let's go the other way, right? You keep that $134,000 property, right? I already know the property is going to go up around 8. Let's say 8 to 9%. Let's go 8% to be conservative. Right? I make $10,720. Okay, just with the property increasing in value over 1 year, right? Now let's just say that 134,000, 130. Let's just say $100,000. Let's just say the land is worth $30,000, and then the property is worth $120,000. Okay, let me see, 120. $120,000. divided by 27.5. I get a tax deduction of $4,363 for holding that property. So for me, I would hold the property. Now you still got to make sure that the margins make sense for whatever revenue you still got to be able to pay, cover the mortgage and whatever else it is. But I like the buy and hold scenario, depending on what it is that you're trying to do. But you're gonna have to work out the pros and cons. What is your mortgage? Let's just say that. Let me give you an example. Okay, let's just say the mortgage is
Well, let me not to trip you up, but so right, so we get 75%, right? We're doing a refi cash out, so we get 75% of the value, right? And so then we also have to calculate whatever the refi. What would that be? What would be the refi cost?
Yep. So when you're looking at this scenario, with the refi cost, what is the amortization rate on what interest rate? I mean, it's a bunch of factors that go into that, right?
Yeah.
So if you was to rent that property out, did you even check and see whether you can rent it for?
So you would rent it for 1,500.
1,500. Okay. All right. So 1,500. Now, what's your mortgage?
Right. So 75% of 135.
So 1,500. So 1,500 times 12 months is $18,000 of gross income. I'm just going to divide by 2.
Okay.
Okay. So that means my net profit is $9,000 divided by the acquisition costs, which was what?
Are you putting the rehab in that or just
No,
acquisition?
just straight acquisition cost.
20K.
What did you pay for the property? In
20K.
totality.
20K. You got me? You got
Yeah,
me?
times 100. So that's like a 45 cap. So if the cap rate is going to be a 5%, I would buy that. I mean, it makes sense. But if you have you said $100,000 though, where did that come from? What's the rehab? What is the rehab? What is the fee? What is the total acquisition cost?
Acquisition is
All
20. All in is acquisition is
$20,000 is the loan and everything else.
Rehab is it's bought cash, right? So 20 is the acquisition and 50 is the rehab.
Okay, so 70K then.
Yes,
And there's no loan.
correct.
Okay, so that's different. So I'm gonna go $9,000. Okay, divided by 70 grand. Right? And then I'm gonna divide by 100. Times 100. As long as my cap rate is 3 or above, it's a good deal.
You'd hold on to it.
Yeah. I would hold on to it, man, because if you pay 70 for it and it's 135,000 and it rents for 1,500, it makes sense to hold it because you got a good cap rate. You're going to be able to, you're cash flowing the property. You have your depreciation of the property. You have the appreciation of the property. You have the tax benefits. You have the cash flow. You don't have a loan that's on the property that's taking you a long time. I wouldn't sell it. You make the $50,000 in 2 years. And you got equity in the property. You show that the property is cash flowing over some time. And then now I can show that, boom, I have the ability to, I got the money going into the LLC. Then now I have a reoccurring property that's generating revenue. And you can register that property for either HUD-VASH or Section 8. So you don't even have to worry about the tenant paying the money.
Right. So I was thinking about the Section 8, but what about the voucher side where don't they cover like a percentage of it and then
Well, it just depends on whatever strategy you use. If you do HUD-VASH, which is a veteran program, they pay all of the mortgage. Some Section 8 vouchers are 100% of the voucher. But think about it. It's a $70,000 investment and the ARV is 135. So right now, if you paid a realtor, you put the house on the market and you pay a real estate professional, just the prepaid taxes and everything, the escrow and title fees is going to be 8%. So that's gone. That's eating into your revenue. And then now you have the cash. Yes, you can reinvest, but why not just hold the property for a couple of years and then get the tax deduction and maybe leverage the equity position, maybe a home equity line of credit or something like that to get more revenue?
Okay, good point. Let me ask you this: Would you do the HELOC over the refi
I
cash
done
out?
gave you some game, man. I can't give you all the game, man. You trying to get me to look? I know what you're doing. You think you slick, Sean. You trying to get all the game. He's like, well, I want to tell you, man. How can I get this and get 9 multifamily?
Okay.
Sean, brother, listen, man. Listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to Tony. You got a pen?
Yeah, Tony Glenn.
2ends2eyes.com. Go to the multifamily underwriting YouTube. Go to the corporation. Go listen to both of those and then set up a free consultation with us. And then I can diagnose the situation. And a lot of this stuff is easy, man. Underwriting multifamily, I can do it in seconds. It takes no time. Watch this. All right. Let me give you an example. Char Love, did you have a question?
I do. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Lima Charlie. Where you from?
Oh, I'm from Boston.
I'm from Boston. Yes, ma'am. I don't want no trouble. All right.
We
What you
don't do
got?
that here. Okay, now I've inherited a house. Well, I'm not too much of inherited a house from my mom and my dad passing away, and I need to put this house into a trust.
Uh-huh.
Now, I went online and I found somebody in Florida, and I ended up sending them, I think, like $1,600.
Why you do that?
You know what? Because to be honest with you, I was in a hurry because my mom's sister had went to court before I came up here from Georgia, and she had all my mom's assets and everything tied up, and she had her name put on the house. So I was trying to hurry up and put all of this stuff into a trust before my mom passed away. But my mom ended up passing away in January.
My
Luckily,
condolences.
Thank you very much. But before then, I had already hired these people in Florida to do so.
Where's the property?
And you said, what is it?
Where is it?
It's in Dorchester in Boston. But the thing is, let me explain to you. My mom has the house, but we have a big yard on the side. And I don't know when they decided to split it up because the whole thing is cased in. So they're considering it to be a lot that my dad owns the lot, but my mom has the lot where the house is on. So I'm a little bit confused on how that works.
Okay. Where is the property located?
It's in Boston.
So why are you hiring a person to put a property in a trust in Florida?
Because I went online and somebody at the courthouse was just throwing suggestions
Listen,
out. So I was in
do
the
not
car one day. just
listen.
driving.
Let me give you some game, sister, man. Let me give you some game. Okay. Do not look the property that in a trust, setting up a trust in Boston, and the property is located in wherever it is. You want to have an attorney in the state because each state is clandestine to the other state. So a trust in Florida is not the regulations and stuff like that. The transfer of property is not the same as another place. So the first advice that I would do is consult with an attorney that's in wherever the property is located at, because they're going to be able to do stuff faster.
Okay.
Okay, that's the first step. The second step is that you need to. It's very easy to get a trust into a. Now look, I'm gonna give you some homework. You ready for the homework?
I am.
All right, here it is right here. I want you to say OR. Say OR. Say it.
OR.
Gives.
Gives.
EE.
EE.
Receives.
Receives.
So let's do a pop quiz, y'all. Let me see. Y'all are on stage right now. If I say grantor, do they give or receive? Grantor, give or receive?
The grantor. I seen that someplace.
OR. Remember, OR gives, EE receives. So if it's OR in the end,
Okay.
they give. If it says
They
EE, they do what?
Receive.
There you go. If I say grantor, give or receive?
Grantor gives.
There you go. If I say grantee, give or receive?
Receives.
If I say beneficiary, give or receive?
Receives.
There you go. You got it. That's half the battle right there is learning the language. Okay. So when you set your trust up, you want to set it up. Look, you see where I'm at right now? See this?
Uh-huh.
See that?
I see it.
Now watch what it says right here. I'm gonna go down. Okay. I'm gonna keep going down. I'm gonna keep going down. I'm gonna keep going down. Watch this. I'm gonna keep going down. Where is it at? Let me see. I gotta find it.
Okay.
It says. Okay, hold on just a second.
I'm here.
I'm finding it. I got a lot of what does it say? I'm gonna find I gotta find the right here. Boom. What does it say? Read it.
Trust versus wills. Everything you need to know.
So where do you think you need to go?
Right here.
And then listen to it before you do what?
Do anything.
There you go. Half of the battle is learning the terminology.
Okay.
Once you learn the terminology, then you set it up one time. And guess what I have right here?
What's that? The estate planning.
Let me show you what it has in here.
Okay.
Thank you for allowing me to assist you with your real estate trust. The letter serves as a cover letter for everything included in this binder. At this time and in the future, should you purchase real estate, stocks, bonds, certificates, deposits, valuable assets, please see to it that you're properly titled the assets in the name of the trust. So right now, if real estate or anything needs to be in the name of the trust. And inside of here, upon death, the settlor, the trustee, who does what? Give or receive.
Receive.
Shall first distribute all of the settlor. The settlor does what?
Give.
Give. Okay. All remaining assets, automobiles, recreational vehicles, boats, china, silver, books, pictures, paintings, sculptures, other works of art, furniture, furnishings, clothing, jewelry, and personal effects. Property is to be divided equally into the holding company. Children should be the beneficiary of the holding company. If the child cannot agree, the trustee shall divide the property in equal shares. It tells everything in here. Listen to this. The settlor, does what? Give or receive.
Give.
Directs the trustee. What does the trustee do?
Receives.
That AG2 Consulting, which is my holding company, shall be the managing entity for all assets listed in Schedule A. The trustee is directed to the board of trustees shall consult the members, and it says the members in here. So my kids just saying not going to get something. It shows like in the event that my kids got to go to school, get a certain grade point average to get the real estate. The property's not going to be transferred. Like, it is a process. So I just proved to you that I know what I'm talking about. If you want to get it set up right, you first need to learn the terminology. You got a pen?
I do.
Go to TonyGlennII.com. TonyGlennII.com. Go down to this. I'm showing it to you right here. Go to the live. I'm going to show you how to get there. And the first thing that you need to do is sit down, get a pen, and listen to that whole thing. Then when you're going to go to an attorney, and then you're going to set up your trust. This is going to tell you how to set it up the correct way. It goes step by step. First, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Then that way it's done the correct way. Now I'll give you the quick answer, right? But you're going to commit, you're going to promise that you're going to do this. And then you're going to come back on this live and say, man, I learned a whole bunch of stuff from this guy on live with a blonde beard. Okay. Now, first thing is that the property that your mom owns, you need to get the information on it, and then if it's transferred to you and it says that you are the person, you're going to have to go down to the courthouse and provide those notarized documents to try to get that property, get access to see if there are any liens or encumbrances in the property or if it's paid off. Because typically, if a person dies and they leave you the property, there's probably either a mortgage or there's probably taxes that need to be paid. Just because the property is paid for, there's still taxes that you have to pay.
Okay, I get that. It is paid off, and I am currently right now still paying the taxes for the house in the yard. I do that I think it's like every 3 months or something like that.
Okay, so now what you need to do is once you get that information, you're going to have to contact that state and see if the document that you have that transfers the ownership of the property from one person to another, because if you look that property up, it's going to say that your mom owns it and your mom can't speak because she's gone to heaven, right?
Right.
So she can't speak on your behalf. So that's going to require a legal process for you to have that property and control of that property. You're going to have to provide documentation, and it might have to go through a probate process so it can be transferred out of her name into your name.
Okay. Okay.
Then from there, after you go through that process, now how's a person in Boston going to go down to the courthouse and do all of that stuff? That's why it's good to get a local person that does trust. And then from there, after you do that, then once you have ownership of that property, you're just going to do a quick claim deed, which is a piece of paper. After you set the trust up, what did I say? Did I say before or what?
I'm sorry.
After. After you set up the trust, you're going to transfer the property out of your name into the trust name. And that way, whoever precedes you, they'll never have to go through this paperwork process again, because the property will be entitled in the trust name and not a person's name. The trust, supersedes you in the event of death. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's why a trust is way more powerful than a will, because you can't entitle property in a will. You can only transfer assets in a will. A trust means that the trust owns the property, not a person. Therefore, a company or a legal document owns the property. So whatever's in that document is how that property is going to be dispersed. And then that also avoids having to go through any type of legal process to transfer the asset from one person to another. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. You sure did.
I'll freaking standing. Well, guys, I've been on here long enough. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys enjoyed the conversation today. Again, if you're interested in getting on a free consultation call with me, you're going to text the word WIN to 760-573-2731. I do these rooms every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I typically will go for about an hour, hour and a half, but I wanted to get on here and rock out with you guys so you guys can get to know me. I appreciate you guys for pulling up. Make sure you guys give me a follow on TikTok. Make sure you support the Winning Podcast. I appreciate you guys pulling up. I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes, but guys, I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Thank you for your support. Leave some comments on the YouTube channel. Like the TikTok, hit the heart, keep coming back. I take mental note of who's supporting me. I drop this knowledge so you don't have to pay someone to give you these answers. Okay, but I'm not just going to give you the answers. I'm going to educate you on the answers so you know where to find the answer. Because you can believe, I will rather for you to believe what I show you versus what I teach you. Okay? So I appreciate you guys for pulling up today. Have a fantastic day on purpose, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be going live tomorrow at around 10:30, so make sure you hit that notification bell on TikTok. I'll be going live talking about another hot topic, and I appreciate you guys. And guys, listen to me. Keep introducing yourself and networking with people until people are introducing you, guys. It doesn't matter where you're at in your investment journey. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter if you're working. It doesn't matter if you have bad credit. What's going to help you guys is write down your goal today. I challenge everybody that's on this live right now. Write down who you want to become in the future and then put a timeline behind it. And then work diligently at achieving that goal. Put it somewhere where you see it every day. Put it on your mirror. And as long as you see that every day, it's going to make you get off your behind and go get it, man. All right. So I appreciate you guys for pulling up. This has been a fantastic live. I will see you guys mañana. Have a good day.